Yeah. Foundation Results right back at you. Coming back with a live discussion. It's a discussion forum today here. Happy Easter, by the way, you guys out there. We wanted to bring a discussion with some real topics. We're talking about the situation that took place in Collin County, which is a county out in the north part of Texas near McKinney, where a young man, and we're not going to necessarily say his name, but you can pull up the McKinney incident that happened in Collins County and see where a guy was actually arrested and died in a jail cell behind a joint of marijuana, which was less than 3 grams. And people actually smoke weed all the time. Obviously, you see all the CBD dispensaries, et cetera, that's going on. So we know that this is something that could have been handled a different way.
Certain counties it's actually legal.
Certain counties it's actually legal. So
in Texas.
In Texas, people are already working on that now. Here's some places out in Houston, the downtown area for that part. Biggest thing we want to talk about though is the mindset. As a black man that drives and goes to work every day, when you're in the vehicle, you have to be conscious of everything around you, how you dress, how you wear your hats, how your shirt, everything fits, because regardless or not, when people see us and it seems something that can be intimidating, it becomes an issue. And that's what we're facing. And if there's any type of resent or resistance to arrest or not agreeing with what people are saying, you notice that it turns into something else. I mean, the most recent situation, obviously, that sparked a lot of things was George Floyd. A lot of people got caught up in whether or not he was a good person or not. The way I look at it is that, you're innocent until proven guilty.
That's how it's supposed to be. That's how our country was founded. You was founded on the innocent and proven guilty in court. Not innocent proven guilty by media.
Right.
And then all of a sudden I got to deal with 12 unbiased jurors. And when you deal with them, now they know the story before they got to court, before they heard the evidence, so they already made up their mind.
Yeah. So with this situation here, when you think about it and the attention that it's probably not getting, do you think that it's because there are so many incidents that are collectively happening every day that unless it's just something major that gets national attention, where we were kind of like George Floyd was real big because COVID, everybody's stuck at home.
Yeah.
Everybody watching television, everybody watching Netflix.
Yeah, the world was time caps. Nothing else happened in that time. There was no sports.
Right.
There was no this. Yeah, so you're right.
Right.
I'd have to agree and say, but it's not just black folks.
Right.
It's minorities as a whole.
Okay.
Because you got Asian hate out here. People are blaming all the Asians for the coronavirus. So you got these vigilante groups running around doing God knows what to these Asian people, to where now stop the Asian hate. And you always have Hispanics because they always keep talking about the same thing all the time. Illegal this, illegal that. Yeah, they might be illegal. But I don't have a problem with it because I don't want to come to New York. I don't want to get out there in the field. I done did my field time.
Right.
Well, I ain't gonna say I did my field time. Our people have done our field time.
Right.
We're not going back.
Right. So you look at the lower end jobs are jobs that we wouldn't want to work anyway.
Exactly.
And so when we try to associate that with being a high tech, that they don't make enough dollars to where taxes are going to be taken away from that anyway. You're really not going to see it is what you're saying.
And the main thing about that is lower end jobs make the economy run.
Right.
If everybody worked a high end job, a skilled job,
right,
and nobody did any unskilled labor,
right,
how you gonna eat?
Right.
Because your fruit and your produce come from that.
Right. Right. So the ground's being kept, the land being maintained, there's a place for it.
Yeah.
And what you're saying is there's always been some sort of immigration in a country that's been well developed.
Constantly. Because the main people who scream no immigration are immigrants themselves.
Okay. Okay.
They weren't here.
Okay.
The only people that have a claim to being here is the one population that's probably the least out of all of them, Asians included. It's the Native American. They're almost a myth. They're in a couple of states, but they're not everywhere.
Okay.
You start looking at the census, you don't hardly see any representation for Native Americans.
Right. Okay, so you're pushing the issue a lot deeper. You're not, it's bigger than obviously just what took place with a young black man. We're talking about issues with minorities in general. You know, obviously the United States is highly populated. I want to say it's at least 2/3, 60% white, if not more. And that includes even international people that come over with that background that would be considered a European. So, I mean, you have to kind of look at it and break it down. I think, what are your top 3 things that you think as a black man moving forward based on the situation we just experienced with a man losing his life? What are some things that you can tell our viewers what they can do to prevent situations taking place like that just on an everyday? Just 3 things that you think overall. From the time you get up and the time you go to bed at night.
Be the person that you would like to be. What I mean by that is, don't come off and be an aggressive person all the time. If you know you wouldn't want to meet an aggressive person, be the person that you would like to meet. And carry yourself with some respect. Act like you know who you are.
So he's saying love is big.
Love.
Non-verbal cues.
Yeah.
Just being more receptive of people before you even know anything about it is something to come in when we talk about that. I know a lot of people use the word energy and vibe and all that type of stuff, which is great. But that love is a key word because it keeps you, there's a humility that comes with it, right?
Love conquers all.
Okay.
Love conquers way more than hate. You think hate does? Hate is the immediate goal. Get you something, instant gratification.
Yeah.
And that's what society is on, instant gratification.
Yeah.
But overall, when you look at the long-term effect, love wins.
So we're gonna say love covers all 3 areas. Guys, coming in with a situation with love, with the nonverbal cue, you don't always have to say something to someone. You come in the room, you immediately know. We know we use a lot of catchy words like vibes, energy, and different things like that. I don't really have a personal problem with those things when you're addressing issues. My biggest thing is understand the root of where you draw the source of what you're getting from. Understand that you're not going to be the same. Understand that you're going to run into issues that obviously not going to always be favorable towards you. And let's just try to jump in there and just have to get a better understanding of what or who each other is individually. And I think, like you said, love is a big deal. And so with no further ado, you know, we're going to make sure you definitely subscribe to the channel.
Check us out, Foundational Results.
Foundational Results at YouTube, you know, Foundational Results on Instagram, etc.
Look for us on a weekly basis because that's how we're going to come.
Yeah.
And eventually, all you got to do is subscribe and then it's always going to pop up on your phone or get your device and just hit the play button. It costs you nothing to subscribe. Help us out. We here for the people. We ain't even here for us. We do this all day. We just trying to bring out awareness and show you how other conversations can happen just sitting at the round table.
For sure. All right, signing off, and we'll catch you guys next time. Stop. It should be on. Just touch the screen, and you should see the stop button. Yes, on standby. Hit that little red button again and go to standby.